warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We from Group E, we will to present about the grammar translation method and the rest method. Beforehand, I will to introduce myself and my partner. My name is Shinta Mariska and my partner are idelni saputri and wina ramadani. The grammar translation method. As the name of some of its leading exponents such as Johann Seiden, Karl Protz, Ordorff, and Johann Meidgers. Grammar translation was the offspring of German scholarship, the object of which, according to one of its less credible critics, was to know everything about something rather than the thing itself. Grammar translation was in fact first known in the United States as the Prussian method. Principal characteristics of grammar translation method were these. Number 1. The goal of foreign language study is to learn a language in order to read its literature or in order to benefit from the mental discipline and intellectual development that result from foreign language study. Number 2. Vocabulary selection is based solely on a reading text use and words are taught through bilingual word lists, dictionary study, and memorization. The sentence is the basic unit of teaching and the language practice. Number 4. Accuracy in emphasis. Students are expected to attain high standards in translation. And the last, grammar is taught deductively, that is by presbyterian and study of grammar rules, which are then practiced through translation exercise, and the student native language is the medium of instruction.
Okay, I want to read material about direct method. Cohen had been one of the first of the 19th century reformers to attempt to build a methodology around observation of child language learning. Other reformers toward the end of the century likewise turned their attention to naturalistic principles of language learning. And for this as a reason, they are sometimes referred to as advocates of a natural method. In fact, at various times throughout the history of language teaching, attempts have been made to make second language learning more like first language learning. In the 16th century, for example, Montaigne described how he was instructed to a guardian who addressed him exclusively in Latin for the first years of his life. Since Montaigne's father wanted his son to speak Latin well, among those who tried to apply natural principles to language classes in the 19th century was I. Suffer, who use intercept oral interaction in the target language, employing question as a way of presenting and eliciting language. He opened a language school in Boston in the late, and his method soon became referred to as the natural.
Also, the direct method enjoyed popularity in Europe. Not everyone had embraced it enthusiastically. The British applied linguist Harry Sweet had recognized its limitation. Sweet and other applied linguists argued for the development of sound methodological principles that could serve as the basic for teaching techniques. In the 1920 and 1930 applied linguistics systematics the principles processed earlier by the reform movement and so laid the foundation for what development into the British approach to teaching English as a foreign language. We have seen from this historical survey some for the question that from innovation and new direction in language teaching in the past. What is the basic nature of language and how will this affect teaching method? What are the principles for the selection of language content in language teaching? What principles of organization, sequencing, and presentation best facilitate real learning? This model will be used as a frame wheel for our sub-session discussion and analysis of particular language teaching method and philosophies. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.